Welcome back. We've been dying to have you.
Who that is.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Sorry I didn't have a video last week. I was supposed to do this last week, but I had to work. So anyway, I am going to do, I guess, I don't know if you could call it a regular series or a mini series, but I worked in about 30 different locations when I was, you know, in Disney, so I wanted to kind of go over it, what was the costume, where was it, what were the exact stores that you worked in, kind of all of that. So I was gonna do a giant video, but I also kind of wanted to break it up, so I think I'm just gonna do each store separately, and you might get a 2-minute video, you might get a 7-minute video. So today I am talking about the time I worked in Memento Mori. Now, Memento Mori opened in 2014, and so the story has it, Madame Leota inhabited the store for a while, but then she mysteriously vanished, and all of the townspeople work in the store and still uphold the Haunted Mansion, I guess, status, but we weren't allowed to be dead as the maids were in the Haunted Mansion, because the townspeople run the store while the maids who are dead run the Haunted Mansion, if that makes sense. So I didn't know this when I was first working there, which was, I worked there 3 times. So my first shift, I literally stood out on the porch in front of the Haunted Mansion and just greeted people and just went, "Welcome, we've been dying to have you." So I ended up getting a 4 keys card for that, and for those of you who are unfamiliar with Disney, a 4 keys card is basically, I guess, like a recognition card, an employee recognition card. So the 4 keys for Disney are safety, courtesy, show, and efficiency, and if you show one of those 4 keys, some other cast member can recognize you. So I actually got 3 4 keys cards for working in that store, and I'll explain that in a little bit more. But the first 4 key card was from a girl, and she said, you know, you did a great job in staying in character, greeting everybody on the porch. Something, you know, random like that. So I was like, courtesy, show, and efficiency, I think, were my 3 things that I got marked for, I guess, but whatever. So I really didn't do much. You know, you stood in the store, you kind of messed with people a little bit. I rarely looked people in the eye because I just wanted to kind of keep that Haunted Mansion vibe. Haunted Mansion is one of my favorites, but when I was told by, it wasn't a coordinator or manager or anything, it was another cast member that was telling me that Madame Leota, you know, left and now the townspeople run it, so you gotta be happy. Plus, who wants to buy merchandise from an unhappy person, if that makes sense? So I kind of changed my vibe a little bit, but funny story. So one of my favorite stories was, there is a book in by the second register, which is there's 2 registers. So there's one by the porch for the Haunted Mansion, and then there's the door with the other register when you're coming in from Fantasyland. So there's a book, and you can sign it with your name. So there was a kid, I want to say his name was Josh or something, he was probably about 12. So he goes, "Mom, why would you sign the book for?" And I immediately went, "So the spirits can haunt you." And he literally went and then ran away, but he signed his entire address. And I was like, why would you do that? So I took a Sharpie and I crossed it out, and then this was actually my first shift, because it was the same girl that gave me the 4 keys card. But he came back, and then I told her about it, so she was just like, "Yeah, Josh, what do you think about that?" And he was so creeped out, it was hilarious. So Second time I worked there was during A Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party night. And we had a bunch of maps with the trick-or-treating locations and everything. So what I would do when I worked in the Magic Kingdom is I would take a map and I would write down where all of the characters were. So, you know, you had different Mickeys on the map to where different characters were, but no one knew which character was where. So I physically wrote down with a Sharpie which character was where, and everybody I did that for was just so thankful. They were like, thank you so much, like you made our night, like we get to go see everything now, like thank you, thank you. So I did that, and that was a lot of fun. So there was a little girl, she had to be about 6 or 7 years old, and I wish I would have gotten this picture. I still have it burned into my memory, but I just wished I would have gotten the picture from the mother because it was just so cute. So the mother actually made the girl the maid's dress from the Haunted Mansion. So we took a picture with her. She was like, oh yeah, I already went to see my my friends over at the mansion. She was covered in like the spider webs and everything that the Haunted Mansion people cover themselves in for Halloween parties. It was amazing. Onto costume. So the costume for Memento Mori is a little bit different than the costume for the Haunted Mansion. So I have two pictures up here right now. The picture on the left here is the Haunted Mansion costume. So this is the green, and it's, you know, two-piece and everything. And then here on the right is the costume for Memento Mori. Now this is me, and I'm sorry I have a weird face, but I did this in the Utilidor. So anywho, it was a white blouse, and then it had a giant apron. Oh, I'm sorry. It was a white blouse, a black skirt, and then a gray apron. And then there was a purple scarf and a little tiny brooch of Madame Leota. So that was the costume for Memento Mori. And I don't know if I liked it more wearing that than the Haunted Mansion costume, because the Haunted Mansion costume is just so iconic, but it's nice to be a little bit different. And I think mostly every store or something has a little bit different of a costume than the ride. I know like Animal Kingdom and Epcot kind of had the same things, but if you go over to Magic Kingdom, you know, Dumbo has a different costume than the Storybook Circus. Tatooine Traders has just a little bit different costume than Star Tours. We have a different shirt. So other than that, the other thing that was nice about it, Memento Mori, is you can have your spirit photo taken. Now PhotoPass actually does that, but when you hear a bell, which you know, the spirits are summoned in your photo there, we actually got to open the cabinet. So I won't spoil it, but we're given a little special spirit magic to open the cabinet. So when little kids would try to open the cabinet, it wouldn't work, but then you would go up there, open the cabinet, and they were like, how'd you do that? So I don't know, that was a little fun. But that was the times that I worked in Memento Mori, and I actually worked in it a third time. I actually had a Magic Kingdom glow shift, and I will talk about glow in another video. Glow is my favorite thing to do, but I picked up a Magic Kingdom glow shift, and actually the 2 or 3 people that were from Memento Mori all called off, so they had 3 glow people go, and all of the glow people wanted to stay and do glow, and I was like, you know what, screw it, Memento Mori is my favorite store, just let me go. So I went there and I worked in Memento Mori again. So I think that was during a Halloween, was that? I don't think it was during a Halloween party night, because Taylor and Dominic popped in with their family. So anywho, that was the time I worked in Memento Mori. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below. I have a bunch of other stores to do, like Beauty, the Bonjour shop in Fantasyland, Storybook Circus, Liberty Square Christmas shop, Main Street East, Tatooine Traders, the Frozen Indie Loop, Fantasmic, Glow, and then I did the Epcot pin cart, and I did Mission Space, and then a couple of different other ones in Disney Springs as well. So I'm gonna go do a couple more. I'm gonna release a couple, so I guess it's a mini series, you can call it. But if you guys want to hear a specific store, let me know. I may or may not have worked it, but I can definitely tell you a little bit about it. So hopefully if you guys want to pick up a shift for Memento Mori, that helps you as what you guys can do. But as for now, I am Chelsea, I am signing off, and I will see you later. Bye!